Hello students, welcome to your computer class. So we are discussing about HTML. In HTML we have seen the various important concepts. So let us come to the textbook. So in the previous class we have seen the various concept of how the form processor or the browser when we submit any form in HTML using the submit button, so how the get and post method works and how the CGI script you can say transfer the data from our browser to the web server. So let us see it once again. So we have seen that whenever we request any page from a web browser, so this HTTP request through the server, there is a program which are the CGI program. The CGI stands for Common Gateway Interface, and using this there is a query from the databases, and whatever the result which is obtained, it is transferred through the CGI gateway to the server, and the HTTP response is transferred to the web browser. So this is the way the data which we request from the web browser, that is fetched from the server, and from the server it is again requested from the databases. Clear? So this is how the CGI gateway works. Then this HTTP request and HTTP response, these concepts which we call also as the get and post methods. So this we have seen that what is the get is used for requesting data from a resource. Clear? So for that we use the get method, and post method is used for sending the data to the server so that it can be updated. Clear? So this is the basic difference between get and post method. Now coming to the book, so this we have seen the two important parts of the HTML form, which are method and action. So in the method we specify the get and post, and in the action whatever the action we need to specify, that can be specified. Clear? For example, right now we are writing mail to, so this mail to attribute with the action will uh, submit this whatever information which is being submitted in the form. This will be mailed to the particular email address which is being written. Okay, then we have seen one important thing, that if there is no attachment with the form, then we write the enclosure type, that is enc type is equal to text plain. So using this tag, if we don't want the form as an attachment, then we can specify this attribute, the enclosure type. Okay, now coming to the next, we have seen how to create a text box. So text box, we have seen the normal tags which we begin the HTML pages. So first we have written HTML tag, then in the head tag whatever the title which we want to be written, this can be written. Then in the body we are specifying the attributes related to the text box. Clear? So method we have seen that get and post method, whatever we want to write we can write. So as we are submitting this information somewhere, so that is why we can use the post method, and if you don't write any of these methods, by default it takes as a get method. Clear? And in the action we have written mail to any specific email address. Then for the text box, whatever the information you want to get printed, first we have written that information, like enter your name, then input type, as it is a text box, so we have written text, then the name of that particular text box, so write any specific name. Then size is the length of this text box, and maximum length is the number of characters which can be written in this text box. Clear? So this was the basic layout of the text box. Then one important thing which was there, so when we run this we will get this type of web page HTML page when we run this in a browser. One more thing, if we want to get any default value, so for a default value with this input type tag we write a new attribute, that is value. So whatever the information you want to get printed as a default value, this can be written with the value attribute. So we were trying to write the same. So here let us open our notepad. So we all know that HTML pages, when we write, this can be written in any of the text editor. Clear? The only basic requirement is after writing this program we have to save this program with .html extension or .htm. Clear? And when you save that, when you open this, it will open with any of the browser. So this was the program which we have written. Then here we have written the value for default settings also. So here in the text box, if we want to get the email address of any person, so we have written enter your mail. So input type is here as a text box, so we have written text, and this is the name of that text box. Clear? So here what is the work of this value? This value will be used for getting any default value, means when you open the page some text will appear in the text box which is pre-written. So what will be written? It will be written enter your email. Okay, and size and max length we have just discussed that this is the attribute for the number of characters, and the size will be controlling the size of that text box. Clear? So let us save this program and try to run this. Let me erase all of these. So what we have to do, go to file and save this program as it is already saved. So it is saved as textbox.html. So I have saved it on the desktop. Let us try to run this program now. So here if we come, here is the program. So if I run this HTML browser, so here you can see this was, let me open the notepad also together. So here you can see we have written the default value which was, so I hope it is visible now. So in the value you have written enter your mail. So whatever the text we have written, the same is appearing in the text box. By default it will appear. Okay, so if you want to write any new thing, so yes, obviously this is for information of the user. So whatever the email address you want to write, you can write the email address. So this is the way to inform the user by giving any default value. Okay, so I hope this is clear how we can include the text box in a HTML. And the information which is written here, like please provide the following information, this we have written with the title tag. Here you can see h2 is the tag which is used. So h2 is the h2 is the heading tag. So h1 to h6 we all know that these are the 6 tags for writing the heading. Clear? So this is the h2 tag is used for the same. Then the post method we have already discussed, and right now the action is mail to any specific, whatever the email address you want that this email address the form will be submitted to or sent. So this can be written in the action. Okay, coming to the next topic. So this was all about entering a text box. Next we will see creating a password box. So we have seen that for giving the input in HTML forms we have various ways. So text box was the first, and next is the password box. Clear? So if you want to write some sensitive information which is you can say a secret and confidential thing, so for that we can use the password box. Let us read this. So you can create a password box that allows readers to enter confidential or secret information such as credit card number or password. Clear? So using this password box, what we can do, we can enter some confidential or secret information. This can be credit card information, this can be any uh, pin of the ATM card or something like that, and the password, the login password or various other types of password when we enter some website, when we register on any of the websites. So there also we see these type of forms where we need to choose any password. So these all sensitive and confidential information should be written using the password box. It differs from the standard text box in a manner that when we, let us erase this. So it differs from the standard text box in a manner that when a user types in any character, an asterisk or a bullet appears for each character on the screen. Clear? So earlier using the text box, whatever the information we were writing, that was being written, those characters were being written. But when we use the password box, whatever the letter character we are writing, they will be displayed in the form of asterisk or bullet points. Clear? So it prevents other from reading the information. So the purpose of these stars or the bullet point is so that it is hidden, no one else can see it. Clear? So let us now see how we can include a password box. So this is a basic layout for the same. So let us understand this. So whatever the input type we are giving, that all is being written in the form tag. So the earlier tags, that is the heading tag, head tag, that is already there. In the body tag we are using the form tag. In the form tag the method and action is the earlier one. Then now whatever the different uh, input type we want to specify, this can be written. So we have written first some you can say the input box like name. So input type is text here. Then size and maximum length of that is specified. Then the BR tag, you already know what is BR tag. BR tag is the line break tag. So if you want to move from one line to the new line, this will be used for breaking the line. Clear? So BR tag is a empty tag, so we don't need to close this with the back forward slash. Okay, then the next is address box. So address box is also a text box which is written here, as only need is, you can see by the type. So if the input type is text, it means it is a text box. Clear? Then the name of these, for example, for the name it is your name. For the address, you can write the name as address. So these names are for these input boxes. Clear? Then if you want to write the city, so the city is written also in a text box. Then pin code, so pin code is also a text box. So according to the type of the information, we can specify the size and maximum length. So each of these is separated with the BR tag, means in the new line. Next is the mobile. So mobile number is again an input type which is text. Then the next is the credit card number. So credit card number is you can say a sensitive information which is required to be hidden. So here you can see we have written first credit card number, then the input type here is password. Clear? So if we'll use the password input type, it will be hidden. Whatever the text we will write, that will be written in dots or asterisk. Then the name of this input type we have given credit, then size and max length. Okay, and after this we have closed all of the previous tags, form, body and HTML. So this is a basic layout of a form which is including few of the input boxes as well as a input type where we have used a password also. Let us see the program of this. So I have written the same program. Let us come to the desktop once again. So here if we open with the notepad, so this is the program, the same which is given in the book. So whatever the title, here we are discussing about the password box. So in the title we can write password box. We can write anything, but to make it more clear, we should write the similar type of title for all of the forms. Then the method and action is here. Method is post and action is we are mailing to any specific email address. Then the input type are we are writing various information in this page. For example, the name, the user can enter his name, so input type is text. Then for the address, the input type is text, and each of these we can see we have used br tag. So if we want more spaces, we can write the br tag twice. So the address is also a text box. The size and maximum length we have written. Then the input type next is for the city. Clear? So whatever the text we are writing first, the same will be as it is written on the web page, and after that whatever the input type will be there, the box will be according to that. So input type is again text. Then these all, the your name, address and city, these are the names of this input type. Clear? Then pin code, here again a text box. Then size and maximum length, as we know that pin code is of 6 digits, so that is why we have given the size as 6 digit and maximum length as 6. Then mobile number, it is size of 10 numbers, so that is why we have written the size and maximum length as 10. Then here is the credit card number, for which we have taken the input type as password. Clear? So each of the previous you can see that was the text type. Clear? But here in the credit card number only we are changing the input type as password. Clear? So this way, whatever the text we will write, whatever the number we will write, that will be hidden. It will be written in the form of asterisk or the dots. Okay, then we have closed all of the tags which we have opened earlier, that was the form, body and HTML. Let us run this program. So here, save this. One important thing, every time while saving the program, we have to save the program with the name of the file. Means, let me show you. So if I save as whatever the name it is, suppose we are saving this password with the name password, then the name of the file, then .htm or html. Okay, so I have to write .html as the extension of this. In the save as type already it is txt, so we cannot change that, let it be, but in the file name we have to write .html. So let us click on the save button. As it is already saved, it is asking to replace, so click on yes. Clear? So this is the program. Now let us see how it is appearing when we run this program. So how to run this? Only double click on the HTML code which we have saved. So password was the name. So here you can see the same, all the boxes which we were writing, the same is appearing here. So if I come to this code once again, so you can see that whatever the text boxes, whatever the password, so we have taken name, then address, then city, pin code, mobile number and credit card number. So let us now try to see how the things are going to appear. So in the name you can like write, let me zoom in. Okay, so what in each of these text boxes, as we have used the BR tag, so you can see there is a gap between all of these. In the address, whatever the information you want to write, you can write. Then city, okay, pin code according to the place. So this way we are writing these information. So whatever the 10 digits we want to write, this can be written. Only the number of maximum length what we have written, the same will be written. In the same way, in the pin code also you can see, if you write one more digit, it will not accept. Then this all earlier was, the type was text, so that the text is being written. Now in the credit card number we have chosen the password type. Now let us try to see, if I am writing something, you can see these are being written in the form of dots. Clear? So this is the purpose of password box. Okay, so whatever the information you will write here in the password box, that will be hidden. The characters will not be visible to everyone. Okay, so you can see also that here only the input type is password, and the rest of the layout of all these boxes are same. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Now coming to the book once again. So here we are. So we have seen how to use the password box in HTML. Okay, and similar is the output which we have obtained also. For example, the credit card number we are which is appearing in the form of dots, or it can also be asterisk, that is the star symbol. Okay, now next is creating a large text area. So right now whatever the information which we are writing, that all information is a limited characters. In each of the text boxes we are giving some size as some 10, 20, 30, 40 characters. Suppose there is any web page where you have to write a paragraph or something like that. Clear? So for writing a large text amount, we can use the text area. We will see now in this program how to use the text area for taking more characters as an input. So let us read first. You can create a large text area that allows visitor to enter several lines of text. A large text area is ideally used for getting comments or feedback from the visitors. Clear? So using this text area, we can have several line of text as a input, and where we can see these type of large text area where the visitors, those who visit the website, if they want to give any comment or any feedback, so this can be done using the text area. Okay, so input type will now be text area. So this was the same code which we have used in the earlier program. You can see as well that the earlier tags are the same. The title we are changing. Title here is the large text area. Then in the heading, the tag which we want to write, so it is written, please provide the following information. Then in the form method, the method and action is there. So method is post and action is mail to. Then the similar boxes like name, address, city, pin code and mobile. So these all were present in the previous example also. Okay, and according to the type of data, we have chosen the size and the maximum length. Okay, now we were talking about the text area. So here you can see we have written a new element, that is comment. Clear? So if the visitor or the person who is visiting the website, if the person wants to give the comment, for that we will need a large text area. So that is why here we are using the text area. Clear? So here you can see the attributes of these. So text area is the attribute first, then space, then name of this type, which is comment. So we can write any of the name, then rows and columns. Okay, so rows is equal to 4, means 4 rows we can write, and the column is 50. Clear? The same here you can see in step number 4 and 5 this is explained. So type rows is equal to whatever the number of rows with the height of the text area in the rows. Clear? Then press the space bar. Each of these attributes are separated by space in between. Then here COLS, that is columns. Then here what will be the width of the text area in the characters, this can be written. Okay, and after that we have used attribute, that is wrap. Clear? So if you want the to have the text that the visitor types automatically wrapped within the text area, so for that we use the wrap. In the MS Word also we see the text wrap feature. In the similar way, whatever the information which is being written here, so if we want that the text should be wrapped in different lines, means after we are continuing in the same line, so when it ends to the border, automatically the text wraps to the next line. Clear? So this is the feature of wrap. Clear? So this will be the attribute of the text area. Then the text area is a container tag, that is why it is closed with the backward slash. Clear? So first we begin the text area, and after writing all these attributes we have closed this using the forward slash. Then we have closed the form, body and HTML. All of these tags are closed after this. Now let us see how we will write this program and then obtain the output as well. So I have written this program also for you. So if I come to the desktop, here is the text area program. Let us open with the notepad first. So here is all the attributes which we have discussed. So first the initial things are the same, that is the name, address, city, pin code and mobile number. Then after that we are writing the comment in the text area. Clear? So comment is the text which we want to write on the web page. Then text area is the attribute. Then here what all the attributes of this tag, the name of this you can say the text area box. Then the rows and columns, means the rows will be in 4 rows, the size will be in the 4 rows, and the 50 column, so this will be the size of the text area which is being displayed on the HTML. And a wrap, which we were talking about, a wrap will be used for so that the text will be wrapped automatically in the text area when something is being written. Then as it is a container tag, so we'll need to close this with the forward slash, and after this all of these tags are closed. Okay, now save this and see the output now. So if I come again to the page, so here is the text area. So you can see the output of this, whatever the information which we have written, the same are appearing here. The name, address, city, pin code and mobile number, these were all the previous things. Then the comment box which we have chosen the text area, so that is why we are having this larger text box area. So whatever the comment or feedback a user wants, this can be written in the comment. Clear? So suppose you are purchasing any product, you can write the comment here. Let us try to see how the wrap feature also will work. So suppose I am writing mm, on any of the e-commerce website. So suppose you have purchased any mobile. If you want to write the feedback of that, so the mobile uh, which was purchased, so this is something I'm writing to show you how the wrap text will work. Purchased from this website. Okay, so you can see when the text come at the last of this box, automatically the text wrapped and came to the new line. Clear? So this is the feature of wrap text. That is why we have written the wrap attribute in the text area. Here you can see that uh, we have written the attribute wrap. Okay, so whatever the information which you are writing in this text area, automatically the text will be wrapped and it will you can say it will be continued in the next line. Clear? So whatever the feedback or comment you want to write, so this can be written. So I hope this is clear how the text area is being used, and whatever the title we are writing in each of these programs, the same title is appearing in the tab. You can see we have written large text area, the same is appearing on the tab. In each of the previous example also we have written password box or whatever the text box, the same is appearing at the top of these tags. Clear? So we have seen today about the password box, how to write a default value in a text box, then the text area. So in the coming class we will continue about these, and we will see some more input types like check boxes, then radio buttons. Okay, so revise all these things first, and if there is any confusion we will discuss in the online session, and in the coming class we will continue with further more topics. Thank you everyone.